Hey guys, what's up? It's the Plazma Punch Podcast with me, Welch, John, and Dave. Woo-woo. You may have heard last week that they're rebooting Hellboy. Millennium Films were planning on the reboot, and they're replacing director Guillermo del Toro with Neil Marshall. Yeah, the guy who directed The Descent and Dog Soldiers, which I think is good. And from the sounds of things, because he's going to be involved in it, they might not be too CG heavy, because he does a lot of like
real effects.
Yeah, puppetry and people in the suits and stuff. So that's good. I like the idea of that. And also, Stranger Things stars David Harbour, who plays the sheriff on the show. He's rumoured to be playing Hellboy.
Big shoes.
Yes, it is. It is. No one can beat Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman.
But he's a lot. Ron Perlman's old now, isn't he? Like
he's in his 60s, nearly 70, isn't he?
Yeah,
so
but it's just his attitude and everything suited Hellboy so well.
Yeah, as well.
It's for you. Oh. Second date. No tongue.
That's the worst thing about the reboot is that it's not going to be Ron Perlman as Hellboy.
I don't know how much like reboot it is going to be, because like I said, I've heard
I think it's completely reboot, isn't it?
I've heard that the title's been called Rise of the Blood Queen, so I don't know if they're going to be telling the story like of introducing us to Hellboy again, or whether it's going to be like literally we know Hellboy exists. Let's just carry on with Hellboy.
I think it'd be the same as like
what they did with Spider-Man.
Yeah, just kind of like, well, you know it.
Yeah, you saw. That's good though, because like that's not so bad. Because in a way, you don't have to like think this is a different iteration. It's like Bond. It's a different iteration, but it's still continuing a story because they're not trying to think, oh, we're covering different ground. We're covering different ground.
Well, I don't know, because we haven't read the script.
No, exactly. But the script has already been written, mind.
Yeah.
That's by Andrew Cosby and Mike Mignola has been involved in it too. I think he's going to be producing it.
Yeah, but that's it's his own script.
Yeah.
It's like Dredd has nothing to do with Judge Dredd.
No.
So I think this is going to be the same thing. Where
standalone film.
Yeah, this Hellboy has nothing to do with the other two.
Well, no, but it's
you would have to have that continuation story.
Yeah.
Of
Hellboy.
They had
it, didn't they? They had a third film.
There's been a big enough gap now, though, isn't there? Big enough, like year gap to restart it.
I think if you weren't really like massive into the Hellboy fans, then Hellboy films, it is a good time to reboot it.
Yeah.
But I think if you really dug those, I really dug Hellboy and Hellboy 2.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
And then you stuck with it and you did support it, trying to get that third one made so they could finish off their trilogy. So that's why I'm saying this is going to be its own thing.
Yeah.
It's going
to
wash his hands and
it's going to be its own thing.
Because Del Toro got his own style of directing as well, and he has
a style of making cool stuff and they never finish it.
That's the problem with it is a lot of people, like big fanboys of Hellboy I've been reading on, have been saying like, and even some of the people, the actors from the films have been saying like, like this isn't right. We shouldn't be doing this. Why are you doing this sort of thing? But Guillermo del Toro's not going to make Hellboy 3 anyway.
No, he doesn't own the rights to it.
It's gone from the other companies anyway. I mean, Sony had it first, and then Universal had it.
Hellboy 1 and 2 are not the same production.
No, that's it. Sony had it.
Yeah.
And then Universal had it. But Millennium Films, I think, are like the people who have the rights to it. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. I will find out for you. But they're the ones who are distributing it now.
Yeah.
They're the ones who are behind it. They're backing it.
It's the creator of Hellboy that's got the film rights, I believe.
Well, that must be the company he's gone with then.
Yeah.
But I've heard like this one's going to be. This is
R-rated, isn't it?
Yeah. This is what Neil Marshall's quoted as walking a razor's edge between horror and comic book movie, which sounds like it's going to be a lot darker, a lot more elements of horror. Even though I know Guillermo del Toro is heavily drawn on horror, his films like Mimic and like Devil's Backbone and what's he done?
He did Hellboy.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Pan's Labyrinth, of course.
Pan's Labyrinth is brilliant.
But
it's a Spanish film.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's like it's borderline horror because it's creepy.
Well, yeah, it's fantastical stuff. It's what he's good at doing. It's what he's good at doing. He's good at telling the stories.
There's that weird imagination place that you can go to that he's really good at. So I don't. Dog Soldiers I enjoyed, but it's not like oh, this is a director's masterpiece.
No. It's
It's-
aliens based in Wales, basically.
Yeah.
Scotland.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Scotland.
Yeah, but it's meant to be
I'm
Wales.
so
isn't
sorry.
it? It's meant to be Wales.
No, it
isn't
starts off in the
it's
Brecon
Scotland.
Beacons, doesn't it? Because that's when the first unit gets killed. Because it's the SAS or whatever. It's their training
I
ground.
swear it's Scotland.
Or was it filmed up in?
It might be filmed in Wales.
That's what I meant.
Because
Yeah.
there's that line in the film, it's like, we're hours away from anywhere, and it's like, you're not. It's 8 hours to get here. No, you're not. Sorry, just spoiled dog soldiers.
But he's a good director though, and he does make good films. Neil
Well,
Marshall does,
when you were saying about like the physical effects and everything like that, that's got me excited.
Yeah, I don't like it when it's heavily CG or anything. Because it does spoil a bit, because it takes away from the acting as well. Because when you're doing a film, like as you've seen with like Guardians of the Galaxy and anything else that's heavily, like even with Hulk in Avengers, you don't actually have much there. You either have somebody in a suit or you have a tennis ball or a stick.
I think the worst ones was prequels for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Where that's just like a guy in a green room. I gotta stop rocking this chair.
Or just Hulk. When the first Hulk came out. Because when we was in uni, we talked about that. That was
a ball on a stick. That was one.
That was a ball on a stick. But it's like, it does detract away from the people who are involved in the film. I think it's obviously they know how to act, they know how to do it all. But it's nice to have something there, visual effects that are actual effects. Yeah, they're great. They're the best ones.
Bit more reaction.
Yeah.
Am I just imagining? But didn't I see that? Did I read somewhere that they're going to have a lower budget? It's going to have. It's not. It's going to have like 50 odd million.
I think it's going to be a lower budget,
which is today's standards is a
like,
lowish budget.
If you look at like what he can, I think Neil Marshall does work with like a lower budget film anyway. Like Descent, I don't think that cost a lot of money to make.
But then using visual effects, I think it costs less to do visual effects now than it does to do digital.
Because I think it depends on what you want to do.
Yeah. And the dog soldiers, the werewolves now look amazing. So and because Hellboy was already designed.
Yeah.
Yeah. To go to visual effects of that would be nice because they can keep that sort of look, can't it? It's already established, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they'll probably figure a quick way of doing makeup and everything like that.
But it's that's another reason why Ron Perlman was not against it. He never was against it. It was time consuming.
Yeah.
How many hours a day was it? Like, well,
six.
A lot of time sitting in there.
I can't remember. There's that nice story where he did it all for the
Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah, for the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Good man.
Yeah. He's a nice bloke. He is.
Yeah.
He will swear at you though.
Yeah, that's okay. Because he's Ron Perlman.
Chris swears randomly.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I think we'll watch it.
Do we think we know any more? We think who some of who they might actually cast some of the characters?
What have we got? I don't.
Well, I was thinking of someone for Liz Sherman, but I completely forgot. I was thinking I should have wrote it down, really, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of people out there, I suppose. Really, I mean, Selma Blair was Liz Sherman in the original Hellboys.
Yeah.
So you've got to think of somebody like around that line to play like that. I actually know Lizzie Kaplan from Now You See Me Too and Cloverfield. She's got the same similar look to her, and I mean she could play that kind of role.
But if they do a completely different take,
you've got to have chemistry with.
Just step away from it.
But they're going to look for people who they think will fit the roles.
Well, they have to have chemistry as well.
Yeah.
With, who's the guy's going to be Hellboy? David Harbour.
David Harbour, yeah.
Then they need somebody who's going to like click with him. If that's the guy they're going with.
Yeah, well, that's it. They'll go because if he's touted already for it, they'll go for people already have a list written out of who they think might work well with him.
Yeah, or ones he's already worked with and had some good chemistry.
I mean, like someone like Abe Sapien, we don't think Doug Jones is coming back because
Doug Jones.
Doug Jones was
the original. Oh God,
he's Abe Sapien.
And he's a good guy.
And he's all of them. And he's all of
the guy would play him was the guy who plays Gollum and all.
Oh, Andy Serkis.
Yeah, because
I don't think he'll do it. See,
yeah.
I think
he's a good character actor.
Yeah, but that's too much for him because he's doing
speaking, isn't it?
He's doing so much. Well, no, he can do it.
Yeah, if they're doing practical effects.
He's doing the Planet of the Apes films, isn't he? And plus, I don't think he would go for something like this personally. Isn't he still involved in Marvel too? Is he still involved? I think he's still I think he might be in Black Panther. I'm not sure.
So it might be
Or he might be in an Avengers film. I don't know. But he was in.
He was in Avengers 2.
Yeah.
There we go. We know that.
Maybe that.
He was in Avengers 2.
But yeah, I mean, there's loads of people. I mean, like the Professor, Trevor, is it? I can't even
Trevor
say
Broom, that'll do.
that. Trevor Broom.
Yeah.
I was like, John Hurt, wasn't it?
Yeah, John Hurt. He's dead.
And
He can't do it.
Well, no, and he's brilliant. How can you replace him?
John Cleese.
John Cleese. No.
I just
He's
replaced
good.
him.
I like John
I
Cleese.
don't know. Yeah, it's got to be something without authority.
But like, you know, tell us what you think. Do you think you know who you would think would play these?
Are you
Cast the new Hellboy.
Yeah,
Are you looking forward to
who
it?
do you think could play?
Are we
Hellboy?
looking forward to it?
I am.
I think we'll watch it
Oh yeah.
and we'll give it a try.
No, I'm not going to
Until
give it
we
a
see-
try. I think it's going to be brilliant. I think
You're
it's a
going
good
balls
thing.
in, you know.
I like David Harbour. I've seen him in Equalizer. He's in Suicide Squad.
Who's he in Suicide Squad?
He's around the table with Amanda Waller when they're doing all the talking about when she has that little when she has a
Is
stage.
it an Evolution as well?
Evolution.
Yeah.
Do you think of
No,
David
Hugh
Duchovny?
Gaffney, from X-Files.
Yeah, but not him, no. That I'll show you.
Oh no.
Don't worry.
I've got Stranger Things, The Equalizer,
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, and many other TV projects and films.
He's in
them.
other
He's
TV
many
projects and
other
films.
TV projects and
He's a
films.
good actor. I like.
Ranging
He
from
was
different kinds of
brilliant.
roles.
He was brilliant in Stranger Things. I love Stranger Things.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
It's good. No, he's
He
good.
haven't watched it because he's a loser.
Awesome TV show, and the second season's coming out, and it's great.
It's, I'm intrigued about the adult, more horror.
It's
Sorry, more,
it's
but
going to be
it's-
nicer. It's going to be nicer because
It's good with an older audience.
They're still going to have the elements of comedy in it because that's the way he is anyway. So you need to do that.
You will learn to obey me, follow protocol, and stay focused at all times.
That word, focused? Yeah, with your accent, I wouldn't use it that much.
What's my flaw?
Your temper. It gets the best of you, makes you weak, makes you vulnerable.
Oh, crap. Your hand? Your hand! Damn. Ow.
But like, it's taking it to a different tangent, which is always good. It's never a bad thing to try and stick to source material as long as they stick to it right. So hopefully this will be a good film.
Yeah. Hopefully.
We'll give it a thumbs up if it's good, and we'll give it a thumbs down if it's not.
We might give a review on it.
Might do.
It's not going to be out for a while though. So,
No.
you know,
They haven't even started filming it.
Yeah.
We
So-
might do an updated podcast.
And we'll
Something big happens.
Or at least when the trailer comes out, we'll definitely do
We'll do a
Yeah.
trade reaction.
do a reaction. Yeah, be
Yeah.
good. Well, thanks for watching.
Yep.
And as usual, you can always like us, give us a comment down
Yes,
below,
subscribe.
and then subscribe to that thing by there, or
Yeah.
whatever it is, because it's going to be somewhere on there.
the table.
Yeah, and today somewhere.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Just subscribe.
Thanks for watching,
Bye.
guys. Catch you later.